Good night, sweetheart. All my prayers are for you. Good night, sweetheart. I'll be watching over you. Tears and parting may make us forlorn, but with the dawn a new day is born.
Here. Whatever you do, haggle with him. See this? 1939 teapot. Mass-produced to replace all the aluminium ones given up for the war effort. Mint condition. You let me have it for 100 quid. That's 20 quid under catalogue.
Do you know what that guy just told me?
That I'd undercharged him on account of that teapot being rarer than wedding tackle on an action man.
Well, that was the gist, yes.
I got another 20 of these. They cost me the equivalent of £4.57p. If I charged more than 100 quid, I couldn't sleep nights.
There's not much wrong with your life, is there?
Well, if there is one, I can't find it. It's 9:30 in the morning.
Personal tragedy has no timetable.
Your marriage still a war zone.
I'm expecting Kate 80 any day.
Sex thing still a problem, is it?
Amongst other things. I know my attitude to things carnal is a little conservative, but I'm the product of a strict Catholic schooling. Sister Concepta wielded that rosary like a cat o' nine tails. If you saw your hand going into your pocket, it'd better be for your hanky.
Have you tried softening Stella up with little treats? You know, surprise nights out.
Nothing will win her round. Been to the pictures. I arranged an intimate meal for two.
Well, we are talking about a proper meal here, aren't we? Not a KFC bargain bucket.
It was a pucker Italian restaurant. Candles, knives, forks, the works.
Have you ever considered there might be another man?
Yeah, like who?
Someone at work? A boss? You know, maybe. Authority can be a powerful aphrodisiac.
Ken's no threat. He's a social worker.
So?
So he's a motorway-hating, politically correct, eco-friendly tree hugger.
Yeah, but you can't just dismiss people as stereotypes.
He wants Baywatch banned.
Yeah, he's no threat, is he? Come on.
I tell you, pal, I'm getting so desperate, I'm even thinking of asking you for advice.
Yeah, well, you could do worse than come to me, you know? Coping with two women has made me... I don't want to use the word expert.
Oh, I think you do.
No, that's not fair. Yes, I keep two gorgeous women happy and contented in every respect. But I've never let that go to my head. I needed a mug. It was the last one in the shop. Look, what am I apologising for? Yes, I am rather pleased with myself at the moment. Can you blame me? I've got the gift of time travel, a lucrative business, and the love of two terrific women. If I can't be a little bit cocky, who the hell can?
Fair enough, Maestro. Lay your words of wisdom on me.
Well, ask yourself why Phoebe and Yvonne are both in love with me.
Well, it's wartime where Phoebe is, so in her case, shell shock's an option.
It's because I'm exciting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, them not being absolutely sure where I am all the time gives me an air of mystery. You should take a leaf out of my book, you know. You should stay out all night. Get her guessing. She'll miss you. She'll realise how much she needs you. She'll fall into your arms, everything's tickety-boo.
That's a guarantee, is it?
Take it from one who knows, eh?
I'll choose. Albert!
He's got a tin leg, a glass eye, and a metal hook where his right hand ought to be.
Well, he may not be much cop while he's alive, but when he snuffs it, I can flog him for scrap.
Violet. Oh.
the time?
Blimey, I better get this lot out. Or shall I tell Albert to hang around for you? Time, gentlemen, please. Bang on closing, I told you, didn't I?
Hi.
Hi. Can I do glasses, please? Oh, come on.
Something up?
No. Why should there be? You know Violet, don't you?
Oh, yes, yes. You go out with the tank driver.
Cheers.
And the submariner. The Canadian sergeant, the ACAC gunner, and the able seaman.
You remember them better than I do. It's not my fault. As quick as I find them, they get posted overseas.
You sure they don't volunteer?
Cheeky old.
Reg! Reg! It's gone closing!
What's he doing down there?
Building a model for his little boy's birthday.
Didn't know he had a little boy.
Neither does his wife. That's why he's building it here.
Gary?
I didn't know he had it in him.
Nor did Reg till the other week.
Gary? Keep it to yourself, won't you, Vi?
Evening, Reg.
Evening all. Sorry about the noise. Bet you thought we had mice.
Yes. Yes, I heard the hammering and the sawing. I immediately suspected rodents. Well, they did build the pyramids, you know. So, what did you decide to make little Frankie?
Oh, it's all right, Reg. We told Violet about your nephew.
Oh, nephew. Right.
So, what are you making him?
Well, I thought I'd make my nephew a scale model of Buckingham Palace. Well, I wanted it to be something special. After all, I am his dad.
Uncle.
Uncle! 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 Think she noticed?
Oh, not for a second.
Reg, you've only got 5 days, and Buckingham Palace has got over 600 rooms.
Better get cracking then.
No, Reg, I think you're being too ambitious. Try something simpler. Something a little boy would like to play with. What did you play with when you were 5?
Coal.
Coal? Were you very poor?
Do you think if we'd have been poor, there'd have been spare coal for the likes of me to play with?
Help me.
Oh, build 'em a fort. All little boys love forts.
Come on, Reg. You can think about it as you walk us through the blackout.
Now, Violet Bigby. I'm a married man, remember?
Good night, lad. Well, I'll start collecting the glasses, shall I?
Oh, don't put yourself out. Thanks for coming, Vi. It's been a real tonic.
Reg, has Phoebe got the hump with me?
Probably time in a month.
No, I don't think it's that.
Oh, I think it is. Used to get her dad the same.
No, you mean her mum?
No, don't think our mum ever did the monthly accounts.
Night, Reg.
Night, Gary.
Right, Reg.
Night, Phoebe.
Hey, I said I'd do that.
Yeah, and I told you not to bother.
Phoebe, why are you being so short with me?
How would you describe the way we are together?
Our relationship? Deep, tender, unique.
So the words bloody awful don't spring to mind?
No. What's brought all this on?
Well, Gary, when we first started seeing each other, you used to bring me presents. You used to take me out. You courted me. You romanced me. Now you treat me as a convenience. In fact, Gary, the only reason why you bother showing up here is for a bit of the other.
That is not true.
Oh, no? So why else do you bother showing up here 2 minutes before closing?
Actually, I popped in to tell you that because it was so late, I wouldn't be coming in tonight. Because otherwise it would look like I was only coming around for one thing.
So you popped in to tell me you wouldn't be popping in?
Yes. I know it sounds strange, except to someone who knows and loves me.
Right, well, now you've told me. Bye-bye.
Well, it seems a bit silly to go now I'm here.
Oh, God, you've gone just like Donald. He couldn't do enough for me on my honeymoon. Then as soon as we got home, it was, where's my dinner and a quick fumble on Christmases and birthdays. Well, I'm not going to put up with it from you, Gary.
Well, I still bring you things. Look, a pound of streaky and half a dozen eggs.
Oh, look. Gone and brought your own breakfast and all, eh? Well, I'm sorry, Gary, but the hotel's closed for tonight.
Well, you could have phoned. Oh, Gary, pour me a drink. My heart's doing cartwheels.
And what are you going to do with this? Give me a nasty polish? Yvonne, you're happy with things, aren't you? I said, you're happy.
Yeah.
Good, good. Really happy?
I just said so, didn't I?
Well, how happy exactly?
I'm fabulously happy, stupendously happy. I breathe happy air. I swim in lake happy. I am happy.
Sorry, I just needed to be sure you were happy with us.
Oh, with us? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a general question.
Well, that makes a difference, does it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Come on, then. Give it to me.
How can I be happy with something that doesn't exist? You have your shop. I have my career. We lead separate lives. I wish we could be more together, but you don't seem to have the time.
Okay, so our social life isn't everything...
Precisely, Gary. My social life is a blast. Yours, who knows? But ours isn't.
A blast? Your social life is a blast? Are you saying you go out with other people?
No, dearest. While you're out 4 nights a week, I sit darning your socks, whilst keeping a welcoming light burning in the window. Get real, Gary. There isn't a nightclub within a 10-mile radius that hasn't got Yvonne Sparrow on its membership.
So who do you go with?
Friends. Look. Here's us at the opening night of the Cobra Rooms. And there we are at Club Indigo, you see? That's me.
I don't know any of these people.
Well, I met most of them at Steve and Chris's wedding.
Oh, I was at Steve and Chris's wedding.
Only up until the vicar pronounced them man and wife. Then you were racing them back down the aisle to go to some collector's fair in, I don't know, Frankfurt or wherever.
This is incredible. You have a secret life too. Too amazing for words, isn't it?
No, it's not amazing, Gary. It's just very sad.
Look, maybe I've been deluding myself. But things are going to change. For a start, you and me are going to be us again. We're going to be a real couple. We'll be linked together like Romeo and Juliet, Richard and Judy, Adolf and Eva. Yeah, well, maybe not Richard and Judy. Let's have a party. Celebrate the new us.
Gary, you're no good at giving parties. Just as they get going, you insist on playing Blind Lemon Meringue Blues Anthology or some other rubbish. Everybody gets fed up and they all go down the pub.
OK, I promise not to interfere with the music till the pubs have shut. Oh, come on. You can invite all your new nightclub friends. They do know you're married, I suppose. Yvonne? Good morning.
Good morning. Special delivery.
Mark the 15th in your diary. Yvonne and I are having a party.
Yeah? Oh, great.
Oh, you sound happier today.
Oh, that's because I'm expecting an upturn in the state of my marriage. Took your advice, maestro. Stayed out the whole of last night.
You listened to me.
Well, as you so eloquently pointed out, I'd be a fool to ignore the advice of the man who has 2 happy women in his life.
Yeah, Ron,
I thought you'd have come skulking back here by now. Where have you been all night?
Out. Miss me?
Like the nation misses smallpox. In fact, not having you around made me realise just how much you irritate me when you are there. So if there's any chance of you staying out again, I'd be grateful.
That's not quite what you said would happen.
a hell of a right hand on her for someone in a caring profession, isn't she? What can I say? I was arrogant. I was wrong. I've suffered by my own hands as well, you know. Thanks to my conceit, both Yvonne and Phoebe are very fed up with me. I know that's no consolation to you, because you're not a vindictive man.
Oh, how little you know me.
Come on, Ron, we're in the same boat now. We should be supporting each other here.
God, you're pathetic. You want support because you've got a couple of birds who are fed up with you.
Very fed up.
You don't know you're born. Can you imagine the pain you feel when your wife turns around and tells you that every orgasm she's ever had was faked?
Stella told you that.
I didn't mention Stella's name. I just said, could you imagine?
Oh, Ron, I'm really sorry.
Look, she didn't say it, all right? I was speaking hypothetically.
No, I just meant about the bad advice.
Oh. Well, so you should be.
I know that fed up doesn't sound very much, but these things are multiplied tenfold when you're
An adulterer?
That wasn't the word I was going to use.
Two-timing skunk? Philandering lowlife? Womanizing?
Yes, thank you. But the only way I could live with the guilt was by believing that at least they were both happy. Now I can feel the guilt piling up on me again. You got any more scotch left in that hip flask?
Oh, I think things have moved on since then.
Ah, good man. Oh, I was reading an article the other day. Apparently, Professor Stephen Hawking, you know, the chap who wrote Brief History of Time.
Yeah, I read it. Well, I bought it.
Well, he now believes that time travel may be possible. Big news, eh?
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, you have to combine Einstein's general theory of relativity with quantum theory, and have an energy supply greater than anything currently known or envisaged, and Bob's your uncle. I thought, well, that's the easy bit. Now explain why time travel gives me wind.
Well, that's the thing with scientists and inventors, isn't it? They never take into account the human aspects. I mean, nobody could have legislated for road rage when they dreamt up the car.
Oh, the creator of the typewriter never considered repetitive strain injury.
And who could have envisaged the cold sweats and tightening of the chest caused by Velcro? Personal thing.
Job! Hello there. Just thought I'd get in a quick 5 minutes on my nephew's fort.
How's it going?
I'm in a bit of a pickle with a flagpole. I can get it up, I just can't keep it up.
Well, here's something that may just help you.
Super glue.
Now, giving you that could be the biggest mistake since old Ma Formby gave George his first banjo. Now, I want you to promise to be careful with it. It's very powerful stuff. I don't want to come back and find you've glued your knees together.
Message received and understood. It's one of your secret contraptions, is it?
Definitely, yeah.
Looks a bit gummed up.
Reg, that's not being careful. Where's Phoebe? Got a surprise for her. Thought I'd take her up west.
Oh, dear. I'm afraid you're out of luck. She's already gone out. You should have told her you were going to surprise her.
Well, where's she gone?
She's gone up to Pally to dance with young Violet.
Flirty something Violet. Violet, I've had more men under me than Montgomery Bigby. I better get down there. And don't let anybody else see that glue.
You can rely on me. Gary? Thanks very much.
Whoops. Well, this is a surprise.
Obviously.
Well, who's this then?
Her boyfriend.
Would you excuse us for a moment? You've got no right to follow me here.
I have every right. You said you wanted me to take you out more, so I made arrangements for a nice romantic evening, only to find you already out on the town with Biggles.
Oh, and what am I supposed to do? Sit in that pub waiting for you to decide to turn up? Like I told you before, Gary Sparrow, I am not there for your convenience.
All right, come on, let's forget it. I'll buy you a drink.
No, I am with people.
Phoebe, what's going on? Are you blowing me out?
Huh?
Are you giving me the brush off?
No. Oh, Gary, don't be silly. Look, they're just a couple of flyboys a long way from home. They're going on a dangerous bombing mission tomorrow. They just want a bit of company.
I'll bet.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you take your partners for a palais glide?
So there we are, right over the target, when, wallop, we run straight into a solid lump of blitz. Not only that, but there's flak everywhere, and my starboard fan's about to pack up. And of course, as you can imagine, everyone's in a right to an eight. I thought to myself, Tom, I thought, you got to get cracking here, old son. So, I corkscrews off port and gives Harry here, who's our tail end Charlie, a clear shot at half a dozen Messerschmitts. Well, with one quick squirt, he's hit all six of them. Then, I loops under the flak, drops our load, bang on target. We're back over the white cliffs in time for bread and jam.
Aren't they brave, Phoebe? Yeah, ever so.
Oh, no. It's not a question of being brave, girls. It's just a job that's got to be done.
Too right, old son.
Well, I still think it's brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anniversary waltz.
Excuse us a minute while we powder our noses.
Of course.
Come on, Phoebe. Won't be long, boys.
We're in here! German Messerschmitts! 6 of them! Oh, listen, mate. I'm sorry to write you out right, but you don't stand a chance, really, do you? It's a uniform, you see. They always go for the blokes in uniform, don't they?
How'd you work your ticket, eh? Flat feet, was it?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't because he was overweight, was it? I mean, look at him. I've seen more meat on the ration.
Actually, I am involved in war work. Intelligence.
Oh, no. He's a pen pusher, isn't he, Harry?
It's very interesting. We're taught to be observant. You can learn a lot about people by observing them.
Really?
Shall I tell you what I've observed about you two?
Oh, yeah, do I? Go on.
The insignia on your uniform, which tells me, despite all the fanciful stories, you're just a couple of Irks, leading aircraftmen. The only chance you'd have of flying would be if an aircraft took off while you were checking its tyres and you got your braces caught in the undercarriage.
Steady on, son, all right? No need to broadcast it, is there?
No. No, I'm sure your CO would take a very dim view if he found out.
All right, you've made your point. Look, mate, if we just clear out of here, we say no more about it, eh?
Oh, I think I could live with that, mate.
boys going?
Oh, they had to get back to base. You know how it is. The war hero's work is never done.
What have you done, Gary Sparrow?
Will Violet be very disappointed?
Oh, I doubt Violet will even notice.
Well, seeing as we're alone, would you like a dance?
Might as well. Seeing as all the decent blokes have been taken.
You know those two airmen were just spinning you a line, don't you?
Of course, Gary. Besides, they were never going to fool us with Violet's intimate knowledge of military badges.
So why did you stay with them? To make me jealous?
No, Gary. Just to teach you that you're not the only bloke on God's earth.
I'm sorry if I overreacted. It's just... well, I had this evening all planned out.
What were your plans exactly?
The movies, supper at a West End hotel, then...
Oh, let me guess, eh? Then back to my place for a few hours under the eiderdown before you have to dash off again. Didn't you listen to what I said the other night, Gary? Just flashing your money about won't fix it. If you're going to take me out, Gary, you do it because you want to be with me. Not as a bribe for you-know-what.
As I was saying, after supper, I thought we could take a taxi and a bottle of champagne to the top of Highgate Hill, where we could just sit and chat and watch the dawn come up over London.
In February.
I am trying, Phoebe. And I did listen to what you said the other day. And I promise you things will go back to the way they were between us. I don't know, maybe I've just been too complacent towards the women in my life.
The women?
Yeah, I forgot my aunt's birthday the other day as well.
And now, by special request, another Palais Glide.
There's a paragraph again.
Can't do it again. I looked like a dying duck in a thunderstorm last time.
Oh, stop moaning.
Oh, I don't suppose you know the birdie dance, do you?
Reg.
I think I've developed a bunion now.
Well, you found each other then. Good news this end. I've finished little Frankie's fort. Would you like to see it? Ta-da!
Reg, it's...
It's good.
Well, I wouldn't have started if I hadn't known I could make a good job. What do you think I am, stupid? Right, I better be off. Here's your super glue.
Oh, right. No more little accidents.
Well, there could have been a nasty moment when I went to the toilet, but I was extra careful. Night all.
Night, Reg.
Yeah, Reg. Well, I suppose I'd better be going too. Wouldn't want you to think I was hanging around with any ulterior motive.
Oh, no, it's all right. I want you to stay. I've got a couple of hours to kill before I'm on duty with the WVS.
Oh, I see. So it's all right for you to use me at your convenience.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, come on then, Gary.
Reg!
There you go. Help yourself to some food in the kitchen.
That's a great costume, isn't it?
I know some people really make the effort, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, while others just can't be bothered.
Oh, you did know it was a fancy dress party, didn't you, Ron?
I'm in fancy dress. I'm Saddam Hussein. Granted, my ensemble has lost some of its mystique since my false moustache fell down the toilet. So where's mine host?
He's still getting changed. He wants to surprise us all with his costume. Oh, you're drunk.
Me? Why would I need to get drunk, my sweet, when my life is such a bowl of cherries? Ta-da! good, eh?
Ridiculous. Who the hell are you supposed to be?
Well, can't anyone guess? You're Robin Hood, so I'm Maid Marian.
Peter Pan!
Wendy? I saw a green tunic hanging up in her wardrobe, so I just naturally assumed that... Best laid plans, eh? I mean, you know, Robin Hood, Maid Marian were one of life's all-time couples. That's how I wanted all these people to see us. Your right breast is slipped. Ron! Oh, God. Gary, this is Stella's boss, Ken. Remember me telling you about him? Oh, the tree. Yeah. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. This is my life partner, Gillian.
Sorry we're late. We got involved in our animal welfare work. We're saving whales at the moment.
Well, they certainly need all the help they can get. Any team that calls up Vinnie Jones has got to be desperate. He's a footballer. He plays for Wales.
It's a very serious issue, you know.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, you made it, Ken. Gillian? Oh, I want to introduce you to Yvonne, so come with me. We'll leave the boys to chat.
Are you ovulating at the moment?
Oh, no, my costume's just too tight.
Do you know anyone who is? Because I am, and I think it's a wonderful time for sisters to bond.
Well, Yvonne knows everyone better than I do.
Feel more like a couple.
Very odd one.
Oh, I think my costume's gone down rather well. A lot of people find it very amusing.
Yeah, well, you certainly got a good laugh when you came out of the toilet with your dress tucked into your box. God's sakes, where's Stella?
I don't know.
Well, you have to look after him. Quick, Gary, before he throws up all over the Axminster.
Yeah. Come on, mate.
Stella, be careful.
Yes, come on, I think you need a nice drop of fresh air. Oh, no, it's too crowded out here. Let's go inside. No, it's not. Look, you and me are the only two out here, except for Ken and Stella. Now, just... Yeah, you're right. It's like Piccadilly Circus. Come on, mate.
He's snugging my witch.
Rob, no! Oh. You're not Stella. Meat eater. Oh, I don't understand.
Well, we swapped costumes because mine was too tight, you idiot.
Oh, don't slap me in the face again. Oh.